Hello, dear listeners, dear viewers. I am using this medium to welcome you once again to the second episode of the 50 life skills that is meant for everybody in 21st century. In the first episode, we looked at housekeeping skills. While this second episode, we shall be focusing on technical skills. The technical skills have about 8 arms, which each of these arms will be taken one after the other. The first arm under the technical skill that you are meant to have, especially in 21st century, is how to use a calendar for a schedule. How to use a calendar for a schedule. There are two types of calendar. You have soft calendar and you have the hard calendar. The soft calendar is one you have on your phone or any other devices that you might be having. So when you have all this, it means that you are dealing with soft calendar. But when you have the other one being printed on the paper, the one you hanged at your offices, at home, and various places, that is hard calendar. Well, how do you make use of both of them, the soft and the hard? When you look at the soft calendar, you observe that there are many ways at which you can make use of the electronic calendar, especially when you are making use of it on your phone or any other soft devices. If you have any events, you are meant to plan your event on the calendar. Or let's say you have the hard calendar, the one you have maybe on your table in your office, or the one you hang in your various homes. When you have this, it means that when you have any events, how will you make use of it is to write, no matter how small, how tiny it could be. You write whereby you'll be the only person that will understand what you have written on that portion of that calendar. Example, maybe you have your wedding anniversary. It could be tagged by March 29th. Then you write anniversary, or you can write personal anniversary, or anything. You tag it with something you can easily remember. But mind you, if you are relating that with your spouse, there's nothing wrong in sharing such knowledge with your spouse so that both of you can easily remember such event. If you may not recollect at a particular time, then your spouse can recollect. But you should make use of your calendar effectively. Write on your calendar. Tag your calendar with so many names, events, so that when you look at the calendar, you can easily pick what you have on the calendar. But the one you have on the soft calendar, that could serve as a reminder. When you place that on your calendar, you tap into that particular date, then it will bring some other features. From that feature, now you can now write whatever you want to write there. So that will be stored on your phone. Whenever you have the event, then the phone or the other means will now remind you of such. Making use of that calendar effectively is under technical knowledge that you need to have. And number 2 under the technical skill is how to write effectively. How to write effectively. Writing seems to be very difficult for some people, but one of the easiest thing is to write. I know you might be laughing at home that how when you write, you will not be the one to proofread the final edition. Yours is to write, while to the experts is to rearrange what you have written. So, if you say you don't know how to write, that means indirectly you are killing yourself. In 21st century, you must know how to write effectively. But when you start at the beginning, it might be a little bit difficult. You will see all sorts of rubbish that you have written. You will see all sorts of grammatical jargons. But I'm very sure when you write today, you write next time, what will happen is that you become a perfect writer. Mind you, according to some experts, it is being proved that there is no perfect writer, because whatever you write today, another person will come tomorrow and challenge what you have written. So you need to develop the habit of writing effectively, especially in this 21st century. Then the next one is acts of public speaking. Act of public speaking. For you to be a good speaker, you must have been a crazy person. Meaning, if you want to be a good speaker, facing audience, facing people, congregation, you start right from your home. You start right from your home. Meaning, you can do personal talk, whereby you start talking to yourself. Before you know, you invite either your wife, your children, if you have them, you start talking to them. Then before you know, maybe in your place of worship, you start giving yourself responsibilities. When you are doing this, indirectly you are training yourself the art of public speaking. Although there are special training about how to be a perfect speaker, but no matter how, start from somewhere. When you start from somewhere, then on and on, you start picking up. But what is very wrong of you is to say, I cannot face the crowd. Normally, it is accepted, but you need to start planning on how to take yourself out from these shackles, because you don't know where you are going tomorrow, and you don't know what the future holds for you. But if the future holds something important for you, very big, and you don't have that knowledge, now how would you now overcome such when such opportunity arises? So the art of public speaking is under technical skill that you need to imbibe and learn very well. Another very important one is effective communication. The difference between speaking and communication. Sometimes you might be speaking to people and you are not communicating. Communication is all about you speaking directly or indirectly to people while you are talking senses, because you might be speaking something or communicating to people, but what you are communicating is out of the point of what you are meant to communicate to them. So the art of or the habit of communicating to people effectively, if you want to communicate in Yoruba language, learn how to speak that language effectively. If you want to communicate to people with English language, you need to know how to do that effectively. If you want to communicate in Hausa, Ibibio language, Igbo, Efik, or other tribes, then you need to mastermind that language very well so that you can communicate effectively. And another very important one under the technical skill is technology skill. Technology. When you close your eye, you open it, what you see is new technology. When you close your eye, you open it again, what you see is new technology. When you go to bed, you wake up the following morning, what you experience is new technology. If that is not clear to you, some years back, some people were bragging upon their shoulders with their what? BlackBerry. But now, do we have BlackBerry again? Definitely no. What we have now, you have smartphones, iPhones, and many more. That's to tell you that technology is advancing. The medium by which I am dishing out this knowledge to you now is via technology. So that's to tell you that you need the technology knowledge, you need technology skill, and technology skill in this contemporary world is called soft knowledge. That soft knowledge is very important. In fact, it is one of the key knowledge that if you don't have now, you suffer any other knowledge that you would have acquired. Because for you to be a limelight, for you to be at the frontage, to be at the top now, all you need to do is to acquire technology skill. Very important. And then the next one among the technical skill that you need to acquire is how to back up files on your phone, on your laptop, or other soft gadgets. You need to know how to back up files. Now, you need to know that instead of storing your documents on, maybe some of us are used to flash drive or some other medium, but now I'm telling you that we have many means by which you can store or you can back up your files. You can back up your files through your Google, that is your Gmail. We call it cloud storage. You can also back up your files using what they call e-flash drive. E-flash drive, meaning you log in into one of these devices, then when you have any file, instead of keeping them in your flash drive, you can easily store them into your own personalized created file online. At any point in time you need a file, you don't have any problem with virus. All you need to do is to log in, then download the file, then you make use of the file at any point in time. So you need to know how to back up your file. Very, very important. And away from that, you need to know how to protect your passwords. How to protect your passwords. Your password is your key. In fact, it speaks more about you. When you have a well-protected file on your phone, how do you now protect your phone with password? But do not over password your phone in case of emergency, but you should know how to protect your password. We have hackers who know how to hack into any password, but you make sure that your password is not, or let me say your password is a combination of both words and figure characters. Both words and figure characters. Then the last one under technical skill is how to research. How to research. Research is one of the great tasks that people do run away from. But when you know how to research, it fetches you more money. So research is very, very important, and you should know how to research, because when you research, you find new knowledge, new ideas. So I want to just to refresh your mind about the technical skills. Number one, how to use a calendar for schedule. 2, how to write effectively. 3, the act of public speaking. 4, the effective means of communication. 5, technology skill, very important. 6, how to back up files. 7, how to protect your password. And 8, how to embark on a winning and convincing research. Thank you. Expect the next edition soonest.